See, that is what we need to understand. So all this advancement will be really good if we add Krishna in our lives. Otherwise, this advancement will just, increase our material fever. We want this also and that also. Someone was telling me they are coming up with robots that are going to do all the work in the office and business at home. Then what will be the need for us? Will we be needed? Probably not, right? So there is high degree material fever. There's high degree material attachment. But if we somehow the other can move from materialism to spirituality, that will be real advancement. And that is going to help us to become self-realized. You see, the scriptures tell us among 8.4 million species of life, now we have finally got this human form of life. Now we have the facility, we have the philosophical intelligence to really discriminate what is right and what is wrong, what needs to be done and what ought not to be done. This was Arjuna's question even in Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna explained to him that what is the right thing to do and what is something wrong that needs to be avoided. You see? So now that we have the facility with the intelligence, whatever intelligence we have, to understand the goal of human form of life. Just sleeping, eating, mating, defending, not sufficient. Even if someone with high job, high income, but if just doing these four activities, then Prabhupada says there's no difference between human and animal, right? We may think that, oh, I am so successful, whether it is in my career or whether it is my business or whatever aspect of my life. I have a lot of money, I have a lot of possessions, everything. But Srila Prabhupada says that is as good as being animals, like two-legged animals, not better than them. Why? Because they are not advancing spiritually. They are not taking a spiritual life seriously. They are not taking this knowledge from the Vedas very seriously. They're taking it very lightly, you see. Human beings are supposed to understand that their goal of life is self-realization, that their goal of life is to break the cycle of birth and death and go back to the spiritual world. But without guru, without sadhu, and without shastra, no progress. We need, all of them are needed. They are like, they are special agencies given to us by Krishna, special agencies who can guide us, who can train us, who can help us to progress spiritually. You see, Guru and Sadhu, they read the Shastras, they understand the Shastras, they realize the Shastras, and they are dependent on the Shastras, you see. And Shastras are given to us by the Supreme Lord Himself, Krishna. He came down as Srila Vyāsadeva and gave us these Vedic literatures, you see. So, being the Supreme Lord, Krishna knew our problems. He knew what is going to happen in Kali Yuga. How are the people going to behave? What will be their qualifications or disqualifications? Like in the beginning, as I mentioned, the Srimad Bhagavatam says, Manda Sumanda, they are good, they are very lazy, they are misguided, unlucky, quarrelsome, above all, short-lived. And above that, less intelligent, you see. So Vyasadeva, that's Krishna himself, knew what is our problem in Kali Yuga. We have this conditioning, right? Just like when we shampoo our hair, there is a conditioner, right? Conditioner. We are conditioned materially, because of the bodily concept of life, only thinking about the body. I am this body, I need to take care of my body, which is good. Yes, we should. But what about the spirit soul? We are feeding the body, we need to feed the spirit soul also. So this conditioning is there since time immemorial, and that is why we keep thinking about how to take care of this body, how to somehow or the other make sure that the body is very comfortable, which is good. Yes, no problem with that. But we also need to understand that there is a spirit soul inside the body. And the purpose of human form of life is to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have all the other knowledge, material education, we know about politics, etc., etc. We have knowledge how to eat, sleep, mate nicely. We know how to accelerate our sense gratification. We know all that. All that knowledge is there. But there is no knowledge, especially in the educational system, that teaches us that there's a difference between body and soul. No department that teaches that we are the spirit soul. So here, Srila Prabhupada, he has taken all that trouble and has given us all this knowledge. And he's wanting us to somehow or the other take this knowledge and become self-realized, which is very, very, very important. Because if we do not make use of this human form of life, if we do not do that, then we will be wasting the human form. And then we don't know what will be the next form. Which body are we going to take after death? If supposing we ask someone, why are you living? Just a simple, why are you living? That person will be shocked. What? And will probably get upset also. Why are you asking me, why am I living? Or why are you asking how long I will live? I will live till I die. Sure. And they will think this is a foolish question. This will be their only answer. They have no idea what human life is for. Most don't even know what is the purpose of human form of life. They are simply living. Simply, it should be simple living, high thinking, but they are simply living. As they say, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go where everybody is going. Do what everybody is doing. No, that is a complete waste of human form of life, you see. So one may be educated, very well educated, but if there is conditioning, if that person is operating on the bodily concept of life, what is the use of that education, right? There has to be spiritual education also. So both go hand in hand, material education and spiritual education. So it's very important that even parents, they take on this knowledge, understand the spiritual knowledge, and give it to their children so that they can advance spiritually also. So that even the children, as they grow up, they understand, why are we living? What is the purpose of human form of life? Otherwise, they'll think life is meant to enjoy, eat nice food, sleep like a bear, quarrelsome, remain lazy. And then when things don't work out, blame the Supreme Lord. He's the one who's doing this all to me. Right? So if there is no knowledge, see, Bhagavad Gita, in the very beginning, Krishna gives the basic foundation of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. He says, you are not this body. You are the spirit soul. That is important. So if a person doesn't have knowledge about body and soul, and that is actually the real knowledge. If a person doesn't know, then how will they understand the goal of life, right? It's important that that is there, that knowledge is there. So there are three subjects of knowledge which one should try and understand. Jiva, that is a spirit soul. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. And Maya, that's illusion. Because until and unless we understand how Maya works, even though she is energy of the Lord, how does she work? If we don't understand, how will we protect ourselves from Maya? How will we protect ourselves from illusion? So those who understand these three subject matters, it becomes easy for them to become self-realized. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says those who identify with the body, they are like asses and bulls. He's making it so clear in the purport. And he also says such people are less intelligent. They have no information that they are spirit soul and they are eternal. And they don't understand the eternality of life. Because the soul, after death, goes on to the next body. But the purpose of human form of life is to qualify ourselves so that at the time of death, we are able to remember the Supreme Lord, take on a spiritual body, and go back to the spiritual world. See, the Supreme Lord Krishna is so compassionate. He knows our mentality in Kali Yuga, and so he came down as Vyāsadeva and gave us all this knowledge, gave us the Vedic knowledge. Of course, the Puranas and the Mahabharata, that also is written by Srila Vyāsadeva. That is for different type of people, but the purpose of Vedic knowledge is to be self-realized. And Srimad Bhagavatam is specially meant for us in Kali Yuga. Why? There is short life. We are short-lived. We don't have much time. See, we are almost towards the end of month of June. That means half of the year is finished. The time is gone. We can never go back to January 2025. No. We cannot even go back to yesterday. Why yesterday? We cannot even go back to 8 a.m. today. It's over. So we are very short-lived. We don't have much time. And unfortunately, most people in this material world are perplexed. Why? Too many problems, too many challenges, so many hurdles, so much distress, so much anxiety. Why? Because Krishna is not in the center of their lives. Krishna has to be in the center. You see? If Krishna is not in the center of our lives, then there is going to be perplexity. There's going to be anxiety. There are going to be, of course, challenges and hurdles. But if we are on the spiritual path, we get the spiritual strength to face those hurdles, to face those obstacles, right? We cannot be just living life, as it comes, like some people say. Live life as it comes. Take one day at a time. Sure, but please add spirituality to our lives. You see? Otherwise, what is the point of having this human form of life? We should take help and guidance from Srimad Bhagavatam. We may not have the capacity to understand it, because in Kali Yuga, less intelligent people, due to lack of intelligence, we may not understand, but we can get benefit from the scriptures. How? Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam, buddhi, intelligence. He says, those who worship me with love and devotion, I give them the intelligence so that they can understand me. So just by reading or hearing scriptures, we may not understand. We need the mercy of the Lord. And He will give us the mercy when we will worship Him with love and devotion. Now the question is, what does that mean? Very simple. That means we follow His instructions. He's telling us, Satatam kirtayanto mam, always chanting my glories. So we chant, especially in the mornings in the Brahma Muhurat, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when we chant, when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we hear Bhagavad Gita, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, then we get benefit from those scriptures. Because now the mercy of the Supreme Lord is also coming down. Otherwise, what's the use? No point just living a material life. Just like, if we give a mirror to a blind person, that's of no use because the blind person cannot see. So what's the use of giving a mirror, right? So what's the use of giving this Vedic knowledge to those who don't want to use their intelligence? They don't want it. We cannot force somebody to hear Bhagavatam. We cannot force somebody to hear Bhagavad Gita, right? That person has to realize that, yes, I am in a human body. I have intelligence. And here the Lord has given such beautiful, Vedic knowledge with so much in-depth understanding of purpose of human form of life. So best is to use it. Take that knowledge, inquire. See, inquiry is important. If we don't inquire, we will not get any answers. And if we don't get answers, how is there going to be realization? Most people don't even know who am I, and they are not even interested in knowing, just wasting time. They feel there are better things to do in life. Too busy. I remember long time ago, I was inviting somebody to come and hear Bhagavad Gita. And she said, no, that is the time when I take my daughter for swimming. So swimming is more important, a material activity is more important than understanding the purpose of human form of life, than understanding who am I and why am I in this material world. They have better things to do in life. They're very busy. But the scriptures, the Vedic knowledge, they help us even though we are less intelligent. It helps us. Now, many times people feel offended. Why are you saying less intelligent? Here, they're not talking about intelligence in the material sense. We may be very well educated, but talking about spirituality. So these shastras, these scriptures, they can help us even though we are less intelligent, right? See, one may have a library of books, many books. But if there is no intelligence, there is no inquiry, then who can help? No one can help. Who can help? No one. We need to make that effort. That extra effort is needed so that we can use our philosophical intelligence wisely and inquire. Now, that will become possible only and only when one has an intense desire. You see, when do we do something with full determination? Only when there is intense desire to do it. Now, if supposing I have an intense desire to learn to swim, I'll make that effort. With all sincerity and determination, I will try to learn to swim. That intense desire needs to be there. That, yes, I want to become self-realized. You see, Sri Krishna, in the form of Vedavyas, he has mercifully given us this knowledge. And he's made it so simple, right? So that we can understand. Very simple. We've heard this many times. Kriteya dhyayato vishnum tretayam jajatomake. In Satyayuga, process of self-realization was meditation for 30,000 years. People live for 100,000 years, so they could do that. But that's so difficult. Imagine if someone asked us to sit and meditate even for a few hours. That's going to be very difficult because physically it's going to be very taxing, to sit in one position and meditate. And plus, meditate how? Because the mind is running all over the place. It's not possible. So in Kalau Tad Hari Kirtana, in Kala Yuga, we get the same benefit just by Hari Kirtana. That means chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that intense desire needs to be there. Do I have a desire to understand this Vedic knowledge? Right? Or am I too busy taking care of my body? If I am, then what can Vyasadeva do? There's nothing Krishna can do. You see, some qualification is necessary to understand the scriptures. Some degree of faith, some degree of sincerity is required to understand the scriptures. You see, Krishna knows we are lazy people. So he gave us simple scripture, and at the same time, he gave us sadhus also, so that sadhus can guide us. We can take their help and get the benefit. So, first, the Supreme Lord gave us the scriptures. That is the Vedic literature, right? Then he gave us the sadhus, the acharyas in parampara. And then he gave us our bona fide spiritual master. So, everything is home delivery. Everything. But in Kali Yuga, people are very smart. Most think there is no need for guru. Why do I need guru? I'm smart enough. The sound vibrations are enough. A picture of the Supreme Lord is enough. But the scriptures clearly tell us guru is essential. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadyakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Krishna tells Arjuna, approach a bona fide spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively. Render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So the Shastras are clearly telling us Guru is necessary. Only then we can achieve to become self-realized. You see? Chanting, serving the sadhu who's guiding us. Then also, there is an echo. I think some mic is on, so there is an echo coming in.
Yeah, I can fix it.
Okay. Oh, where was I? Yes. So in Kali Yuga, we feel that we know it all. Sound is enough, picture is enough, But Shastras are clearly saying we do need a spiritual master. Chanting, serving, and then that sadhu will guide us. Then we can become self-realized. That is the supreme benefit, you see. So, seeing the miserable condition of people in Kali Yuga, what are the disqualifications? Short lived, less intelligent, quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unfortunate. All these disqualifications are there. Seeing that condition of us in Kali Yuga, Krishna took the form of Vyāsadeva and made it very simple. But just by giving us the essence of Vedas in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srila Vyasadeva is considered the Leela avatar of Supreme Lord Krishna. So the verse once again, the Lord himself in his incarnation as the son of Satyavatī or Vyasadeva will consider his compilation of the Vedic literature to be very difficult for the less intelligent persons with short life, and thus he will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches according to the circumstances of the particular age. So I'm going to end now.
Thank you, Mataji.
Anyone has any questions or comments?
Thank you so much for giving us this is the beginning of a week. Wonderful way to start the week. So many points to cover. There's a lot. It's nice to go back and even hear this lecture again. It's recorded. It will be on YouTube, so you can hear. Okay, Devotees. Okay? So two hands already up. So, dear Krishna Prabhu, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Mataji. We can let Anufi Mataji go first. I'm sure she's busy with the services. So.
No, Dear Krishna, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I saw your hand first, so I just called you.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All good, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Such a crisp, clear, direct, up to the point points. Thank you so much for that.
I hope it wasn't too strong.
No, it was not. I mean, that's
We need strong, Mataji. We need strong.
Strong is good.
Because Generally, devotees tell me your classes are too strong. It's like with a stick, boom, boom, boom.
You have nothing to worry about in this place. You could go as
Yeah.
strong as so.
But
Anyway, go ahead. I won't interrupt. Go ahead.
my experience with you, mother, is whatever you speak, it might be strong, but it is very sweet also, and it touches the heart. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says our Vani should be Satyam, Hitam, and Madhur, all three. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, what should be our desire? I mean, that is a great wake up call. So when you were Mataji, mentioning about uh, sadhu, shastra, guru, so we all know and understand that Srila Prabhupada gave us all three. He gave us sadhus, he gave us guru, he gave us shastras. How can we appreciate that fact more and more? I mean, I'm pretty sure we all appreciate it, but more and more, because sometimes I feel even myself really not realizing what exactly he has given. When I went to the Rath Yatra on last Sunday in New York, I mean, seeing so many wonderful spiritual masters, just walking alone, embracing everyone, inviting everyone. I mean, it was such a wonderful feeling. And when I say appreciate, just doesn't mean just respecting. I mean, I hope you're getting my question. How can we do that more and more, mother?
Yes. So to appreciate, we need to, first of all, be grateful to Srila Prabhupada that he took all that effort, trouble to, translate all these books. So how do we appreciate? By reading them. You see, this is how we can repay him in little form. I mean, we can never repay the debt of Srila Prabhupada or our spiritual master, but the least we can do is read his books. That is what is going to be pleasing to him. Then he will say, oh, yes, all my efforts were worthwhile, right? So appreciation will come when we read, and when we read and hear in association of devotees, that is more pleasing to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So this is how we can appreciate. And what will happen when we will read the scriptures, his translations, scrutinizingly, read his books, then there's going to be self-realization. And that will be more pleasing to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So I hope that helps.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
And see Mataji.
Mother, thank you so much for the wonderful class. I mean, like Parikshit and Dear Krishna said, a lot of amazing points, to the point, crisp, and it's not heavy, Mother. I have to say, I guess because I'm used to my spiritual master being heavy, so it's definitely not being heavy. I see it as mercy and helping us to grow. So thank you, Mother. Mother Gita, you touched upon a very good point, and I really, really love how you said home delivery. I never thought of it that way, like really. But my question, Mother, is prior to home delivery, period, people were already lazy. Devotees were coming with all cups, like you mentioned this whole example of swimming classes, right? That lack of wanting to give up or sacrifice or replace or seeing the importance of Krishna consciousness and swimming classes, lack of a better word. But then now we are in this home delivery era, and we still complain, Mother. I cannot do this, I cannot do this, like I get excuses like I have a license, but I cannot drive. like funny examples, Mother. So to me, what is that, Mother? Is it laziness? Is that ignorance? And if it is, what are the characteristics of those qualities that's, the home delivery, and still we make excuses? Like it cannot get anything better than this, I think. I don't know.
So the difference is not that I cannot. The thing is, I don't want to. You see, there's a difference. So I cannot means, okay, maybe my vision is very poor, so I cannot, or, I'm bedridden, I cannot, some disability, but I don't want to. That is laziness. And there is not enough motivation to take this human life seriously. It is just don't want to because I have better things to do. You see, I can use my time in a much more what is that word, not beneficial, but more
Maybe useful
yes, more in a more useful way, you know.
according to their own imagination.
Yes, so it is laziness, it is not good association, you know, not making an effort to chant attentively, not making an effort to, you know, read. Sometimes you see, when we have a disease and the doctor gives us a medication which is bitter, but it is for our good, right? So if we don't take the medication saying, oh, I don't want to, I'm too lazy, I don't have time, etc., then I'm not going to get well. So it's same applies even for this knowledge. If we are not going to, you know, make that effort, even though it is hard, it is not easy to wake up early in the morning and chant, but it's just a matter of priority. How important is it for us? So it is not I cannot, it is I don't want to. That's the thing. And that's because of laziness.
And mother, what are the characteristics? I mean, you definitely explained, and my mind is jumping around. Yes, it is definitely I don't want to because I choose not to,
Mhm.
because I remember, I mean,
Yep.
I was told in one classes, we all have a choice. It's a matter of whether we make the right choice or not. So I choose that I don't want to go. I choose that I want to be a couch potato. I choose when I want to do. It's a choice that we make, and it's not. And I think we tend to blame the situation more than ourselves because of the choice. So how can we get out of that, mother? Because it's really sad. It's really sad how sometimes I come across situations as poor choices, and you feel so bad, but you don't know what to do and you can't help. Like it's so sad.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So Srila Prabhupada says the best thing is, you know, that means there is lack of enthusiasm in our lives, in our spiritual lives. So Srila Prabhupada suggests that we associate with enthusiastic devotees. So their enthusiasm will rub off on us, and when we'll see them so enthusiastic to hear Bhagavatam, so enthusiastic to chant attentively, then we'll say, that is giving him so much pleasure, it should give me also pleasure. And then you know, then there is motivation. So that is one solution.
Thank you, mother. Thank you.
All glories
Hey,
to Prabhupada.
okay. Damadapu, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to the devotees on the call, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, I think pretty much most of the times I hear Gita Mataji on Monday mornings, I guess, and the week starts very nicely actually. Like they Mataji might say the class is strong, and but I know recently I started this thing. I hear Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita classes in the morning, early morning, before chanting for like 5-10 minutes, and I can say that these are like pretty much the examples given by Prabhupada. This is not nothing is concocted. This was actually one senior devotee suggested me that we should start hearing Prabhupada classes. So I thought like let's start with Bhagavad Gita, and then when I look at all the classes when senior devotees are speaking, they're mostly quoting from Prabhupada's example, but they're just like little bit maybe made to suit the particular situation or particular place. That's always wonderful. So I never felt like anything like these are strong class. Of course, they are encouraging. It's not like demotivating. Because I myself get a lot of comments that I am pretty demotivating person when it comes to me because my words are not like very uh, very nice. Dear Krishna Prabhu was mentioning the words that Gita Mataji is speaking. They are also nice. So yeah, well, I just remembered one point when you were mentioning people don't have time to come, to for any spiritual inquiry or spiritual activities. His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj mentions this very funny quote that people don't have time to die. So, like, and they are told sometimes people, like, I was watching a movie like long time back. I still remember one of the things, and like how I relate with this particular quote of Maharaj, that this person was told that you have what they call like a cancer, or like life ending disease, and you're going to die in like 3-4 days. So he's like, I have so many responsibilities. I have to marry my sister, I have to take care of my mother. I don't have father, so who is going to take care of these things? you know so he's like, all these worries. Of course his responsibilities are there, but that really shows, like, people are so much caught up with the lives. So yeah, thank you for the wonderful class, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much for your comments too. Some of it was quite interesting. Hare Krishna. Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, I like the point that he shared, that Loknath Swami said that some people don't have time to die. I have to really meditate on that. That was pretty powerful.
They don't have time to die?
That's what
Yeah.
Damodar said, that Loknath Swami said.
Which means they're not preparing for death then.
Yeah, it's like, because they think life is limitless. It's just gonna go on forever.
Yeah. But Maharaj Yudhishthira said that when he was questioned by the Yaksha, his own father disguised. What is the problem people have? Oh, they see people die around them, but it's not going to happen to me. So they plan like it's not going to happen to me. And then it does. Anyway.
That's the eighth wonder of world.
After the seven wonders. It's interesting. I remember that. That's a good one. Hare Krishna. Any more? Next, questions, comments, realizations? If not, then we'd like to thank you, Mother Gita. This has been a wonderful class. So much nectar in there. So, dear devotees, this is the beginning of the week. Have a nice, wonderful, Krishna conscious rest of your week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakapataruvisya kripa sindhivya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Glory to Srila Prabhupada.